Good afternoon, all. I'm still waiting for others to join. Meanwhile, can someone confirm if my screen is visible? Can you guys hear me well?
Yes.
Okay. Few people have joined today. Not sure why. Only 7 people have joined yet. But still, we're gonna start in a minute. We have waited enough. It's already 14:05, right? So before I start, anyone has any questions, guys? I see only 1 or 2 people have completed the task which I assigned yesterday. So do you guys have any questions? Anyone who did not understand? Other than you did not get time, guys. Any technical issues anyone has? Okay, one more thing. I just sent a message to you guys, to all of you. I have been observing that the subscription which you guys are using, it's not being utilized fully. The recent one which shared just as an example, there you get 15,000 rupees for a month, right? And in one subscription, there are maybe 8 plus members, or sometimes 6, 8, 3, 4, 5, but multiple people, and combining all, you guys are still not able to utilize that money, which clearly means that you guys are not practicing well, or practicing enough, right? And the one which I shared with you, that showed that it used 10,000 rupees out after 10,000 rupees out of 15,000 rupees, right? That too, because one of the persons here, I'm not naming the person, they can go ahead and check whose resource group still have those resources, right? They have just kept their resources on, not deleted, not stopped, nothing. Storage account, VPN, everything is as it is, it's lying in their resource groups. That is the reason it shows 10,000. If I remove that, that subscription is not even used for 30%, and that has been expired now. So it's not a good practice that just you keep on asking for subscription, you create and you don't practice, right? If you guys would have completed these practicals which we have been discussing, you would have got some amount, you would have used some amount from that subscription. Okay, but and that one, I'm not just literally targeting that subscription. It's the case for all of them almost. I just had a screenshot of that subscription, so I shared it, right? So please, guys, practice that. That's the only key which will help you when you especially show that you have worked for 3 to 4 sorry, 3 to 4 years. That's the only way which will help you, right? Nothing apart from that. And these questions which I always share with you. So only these two things are expected out of you to get a good job. Otherwise, don't expect that you'll go and simply someone will pay you 15 lakh per annum and 20 lakh per annum. That's not gonna happen. That just because you attended the class, you paid the fees, you did some practice, it's not going to help. You'll have to explain it in your interview, and then to explain it in your interview, the only key is uh, understand these questions, remember these questions, few of them, and understand the concept. Then only you'll know, अरे यहाँ click करना होता है, वहां पर होता है, you'll be able to relate the questions. Otherwise, it's not going to help you. So let's quickly start. We were talking about storage account. I did not add many questions to this. These were old questions and old tasks. Only added few things, like difference between PMK and CMK. So I already shared it with you guys, that what are the differences. So I hope you guys read it. Maybe you can Google it and then read it, something like that. What is a key rotation in Azure storage account? I explained it well. So I hope you guys uh, created the answer, you prepared an answer in your own words. RPO, RTU, we already explained. Differences between SAS and access key. SAS I have not explained, access key we have already seen, right? When it comes to task, I already assigned a task to you to create a storage account without a REST API option. Soft delete should be disabled, public access should be enabled. Okay, then I asked you to create a table, create 2, 3 entries, and share the account details. Only 2 people have completed that, I guess. 2 or 3 people have done that, but I did not get any reply from any one of you. So I hope you guys are practicing, right? So let's go ahead and start for the same topic, storage. Today I'm planning to finish our storage account topic. We have a few things left, and I told you we are not going to cover everything in any service, and it's not only us. No one does that, right? Few important services, few important topics we cover, which will be good enough for you to get in, to get a job, to clear the interview. And after getting a job also, you are not the superman of your team. You won't be working on all of the tasks, right? That's the proper way of working. कुछ task के आप expert हो गए, वही आपको assign किए जाएंगे, and that is how we practice. Right? That is how that's what we will follow in our class also. So today we'll be finishing our storage topic. From next weekend, we are going to start our migration. So start preparing your resumes and everything from next week onwards. Next week, the first session, Saturday session, I will be completing the theory of migration. Right? Theory of migration, which is good enough for you to clear your interview. When it comes to practical, I'm not even sure if how many of you will do the practical, how many of you will be able to complete the practical uh, successfully. And you don't even have to do that to clear the interview. So practical ko I'll keep it for Sunday or maybe next to next week. But next week I'm gonna cover theory for sure. We will complete it. If it gets completed on Saturday itself, which is 21st of May, well and good. If not, 21st and 22nd May, theory part next week complete हो जाएगा, जो आपके इंटरव्यू के लिए स्टार्ट करने के लिए good enough. You can start your interviews after that. Practical, I'll show it to you once. वैसे भी practical देख के आपके इंटरव्यू में कोई खास ये नहीं हो जाना. That is just for the sake of showing it, or you should have, at least you should see one practical के कैसे होता है, how it looks. It's very small thing, but many tasks are there, many resources are there. So I'm not even sure you guys will do it or not. इसलिए उस पर dependency नहीं है. What I'm trying to say here is dependency नहीं है आपके practical पे. Interview you can start as soon as we are done with the theory part of our migration. थ्योरी बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में है, डेप्थ में है. इंटरव्यू में भी थ्योरी ही पूछा जाएगा. यू विल हैव टू एक्सप्लेन इट. नो वन इज गिविंग यू अ मशीन और अ पोर्टल दैट शो मी वन माइग्रेशन. इंटरव्यू का स्कोप ही नहीं होता है वो. So you will be judged on your theory. Hence, I'm spending more time on theory. I want you to spend more time on theory. That does not mean I'm not going to show the practical. I'll definitely do the practical. You want to do it or not, I'll leave it up to you. और ये हो जाता है उसके बाद बेसिक टास्क मॉनिटरिंग, एज़्योर एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी वगैरह, जो इंटरव्यू में बहुत नहीं पूछा जाता, दैट विल डू लेटर. आगे भी एक दो सेशंस हम करेंगे. बट 22 ऑफ मे यू गाइस आर रेडी फॉर द इंटरव्यू. 23 से आप अपने इंटरव्यूज शुरू कर सकते हो. ओके, एनीवन हैज एनी क्वेश्चन बिफोर आई स्टार्ट विद द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक्स ऑफ स्टोरेज?
Today we will be completing the storage topic, right?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Yes, guys. Anyone else? Anything which they did not understand from yesterday's session, prior to that, storage, any other topic, anything? I'll take that as a no then. Guys, if you have any questions, I'm giving you some time to think. Because if we finish the topic today, next week we are gonna start migration, and then you won't have a chance to come back here and then uh, reiterate what we did and then understand. It will be difficult for you. Any slightest doubt anyone has? Okay, so let's start. So I hope the table concept is clear for everyone. I'm not spending any more time on this one. We practiced this day before yesterday, and in a session prior to that, we did that, right? So I'm not spending time with this one. I hope all of you installed Azure Storage Explorer and practiced on this. If not, do it. Right? How to connect? You can either log in with your Azure, but I won't recommend this, because if you do this, you will see all the storage accounts and everything in your subscription, and you'll see a detailed environment, and you won't even understand that how is it working. Treat this software as an end user, that you are an end user. Do not use this software as an administrator. Okay. Uh, Divide your role within yourself, that when you're on portal you are an administrator, when you are on this tool you are an end user. So as an end user, how you're going to connect your storage account? As an end user, I'm not giving you my subscriptions access, right? I'll be just giving you my storage accounts access. I'll just be giving you my blob containers access, table access, whatever I want to give. So utilize this tool in that manner. We're not spending any more time on this one on table. One quick thing I want to show you guys, that if you do not want to install this, okay, as an administrator, let's say there is some task which you want to do as an administrator. End user को तो करना ही पड़ेगा. And this is not the only tool, guys. Okay, there are some third-party tools also, but you don't have to worry about it. You always stick to Microsoft tools. When it comes to migration, also, we'll stick to Microsoft tools. So there are some third-party tools also, Storage Explorer tools in market. We are not talking about them, but okay. But as an administrator, now let's say you have to create a table. You can create it from here, right? You guys created a table. You can create it from here. You want to edit that table. How will you do that? Except Hussein. Hussein joined the call prior to this, and we discussed that, so I showed it to him. So except Hussein, who can answer that? How can I edit this table as an administrator? I don't have Azure Storage Explorer. I don't even reuse it, and I don't even require it. But just I have to make one entry in the table. How can I do it?
Can you click on options? The three dots. Maybe by this URL, which is given over here.
Yes, guys, I'm expecting answer from others also. It's not for the question is not only for Murtaza or Hussein or some. Please try. Yeah, I copied the URL. It's Murtaza, right? The one who's answering.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Murtaza, I copied the link. What should I do now? Where do you want me to paste it?
Maybe open it in the browser.
No, I told you yesterday only. Table will not get
Yeah.
opened in browser.
Yeah, I remembered it. It gives an error.
Hmm. Anyone else? Any guesses, guys? The answer is right in front of their right in front of your eyes. It's there on the screen. Okay, let's not create a suspense. Let's not waste time. Here it is, guys. Storage browser. This is nothing but a web version. I'm sure all of you are using Outlook. So there's a client version and there's a web version. So this is nothing but a web version of your Azure Storage Explorer. Right? Getting it, guys? Storage
Yes.
browser. Here I can come. I'll see my table and I will have an option to edit. When will I do it? When it's one time and I don't want to install this. I am an administrator. I don't even use it, right? Can an end user use this, by the way?
No.
Yes, he can't because you'll have to give your portals access to him. और पोर्टल का एक्सेस नहीं देना है तभी तो हम इतना ये सब कर रहे हैं, राइट? क्लियर है गाइस? एनीवन हु डिड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड? फौजिया, इब्राहिम, अमित, मंशा, नेहा, आर यू गाइस गेटिंग इट?
Yes.
Okay. So now we're done with the table. Queue, I told you we are not dealing with queue at all, right? It's very basic thing. Queue में क्या होता है ना? That let's say I'll just create it for just to show it to you. Okay, I hope it takes the name. Yeah, there it is. If you have an application, something like Outlook या किसी भी तरह का application, it's simply your message will come here. It will be picked by something. It's a simple thing. It's simply a queue. Your application will add a message, whatever message. It will be picked by some API, something like this. That's all. उसके अलावा क्यों कुछ होता नहीं है, right? And you don't do it manually. This is I'm doing it just to show you. It never happens manually. ये हर चीज जो है आपके प्रोसेस से होती है, किसी न किसी एप्लीकेशन से होती है, right? So क्यों आप बिल्कुल यूज नहीं करते हो. Table we have covered. Container is the biggest topic. I'll come to that. Before that, let's quickly cover what is a file share. Okay. Do not get confused. When I had a call here, Hussein has a confusion between shared disk and file share. Shared disk is nothing your physical disk जो आप दो servers के साथ share कर रहे हो, तीन server के साथ share कर रहे हो, or maybe चार server के साथ share कर रहे हो. That's not an unlimited thing, okay? It's not unlimited. ऐसा नहीं कि आप share disk जो है multiple के साथ share कर सकते हो. That never happens. Let me see. अगर आप एक disk बनाते हो, okay, let's say that if you want to create a disk, So here it is. Let's see a disk. Okay. Can you guys see maximum share? So if I create this disk, I can share this disk with 3 servers. I can share this disk with 5 servers. Maximum, what number do I see? 10 servers, right? So this is your shared disk. डिस्क को आप जो है ना शेयर कर सकते हो. एक फिजिकल डिस्क है, उसको मल्टीपल सर्वर से आप अटैच कर सकते हो. बहुत सारे लिमिटेशंस होते हैं उसमें. एक डिस्क का पैटर्न किसी इस तरह से बन गया विंडोज के लिए, तो उसको आप लिनक्स पे नहीं शेयर कर पाओगे, राइट? सो बहुत सारे लिमिटेशंस होता है. शेयर्ड डिस्क इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग and your file share is a different thing. So this is your shared disk. It is only applicable, you should have one server and operating system at sorry, एक आपका ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम होना चाहिए जिस पे आप अटैच करोगे इसको, राइट? एक स्लॉट होना चाहिए खाली जहां पे डिस्क आप अटैच करोगे. फाइल शेयर इज समथिंग डिफरेंट. फाइल शेयर इज इट्स लाइक योर गूगल ड्राइव. इट्स सिंपल, कहीं पे पड़ा है आप उसको ब्राउजर से भी एक्सेस कर सकते हो, आप यूजर आईडी पासवर्ड से भी एक्सेस कर सकते हो, और आप उसको एज अ ड्राइव भी एक्सेस कर सकते हो, राइट? सो लेट मी क्विकली शो इट टू यू व्हाट इज अ फाइल शेयर. You click a file share here. This is how you can create a file share. You give a name, let's say shared file services, something I'll name. Okay, here it is. One more thing, we discussed hot, cool, and archive tiers. When it comes to file share, you have one more tier, which is transaction optimize. It is as good as hot tier. Hot tier से भी थोड़ा सा ज्यादा आपको इसमें charges कम लगते हैं, because if it is a shared drive or if it is a file share, इसमें data का access बहुत frequently होता है, इसलिए they have given you one more category, right? So now if a user or if an interviewer is asking you hot, cool और archive के अलावा कुछ होता है, so you should know that there is a transaction optimized, but which applies only to your file share. What is a file share? File share is a type under your storage account. Like we have container, like we have file share, we have queue, and we have tables. Clear, guys, to everyone? Anyone wants to ask something before I move ahead? Yes, guys, are you getting it? बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है स्टोरेज, सो डोंट टेक इट लाइटली. नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो डोंट लीव इट के यार ठीक है, आई विल स्किप इट, आई विल वॉच अनदर वीडियो, आई विल watch the recording, or I'll watch the YouTube, I'll read it. Don't do that. If you're not getting it something, let me know, I'll explain it again. And the planning which I was telling you, the plan that I have to finish it today and next week I want to start migration, that does not mean that even if you're not getting it I have to finish it. If you're not getting it, I will repeat the whole storage session next week if that is needed. Understanding is the main thing here. Just for the sake of it, I don't want to complete. So tell me if anyone is not understanding, guys. Don't hesitate, don't shy. Ping me separately, ping me on WhatsApp, ping me on Zoom, anything. I'm waiting for 30 seconds. If you're not getting it, let me know.
Well, I have a question, but it is kind of related to my organization's network access storage. I had asked my IT person how does it work and everything. So I kind of had a question like, is it related to Azure? Because we also use Azure in our organization. So it works like we have a shared network storage where each and every employee gets a chunk of storage, or let's say a partitioned storage to every employee, in which we can share or store our data basically. So same thing belongs in Azure, or there is another way to do this?
There are plenty of ways. Azure, AWS, GCP. There are plenty of ways. You can do it in on-prem also. Which one your team IT company is using, you'll never know that until they tell you.
Yeah, so my IT person, he's a friend. He told me that we use Azure itself. So are we going to cover that as well?
Yeah, that's what we are doing here.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a shared file. Let's say that I'm creating this for some person, some user one. Okay, here I'm
Yes.
getting transaction optimized. What is egress rate and ingress rate? Anyone knows what is egress and ingress? What is this, guys? IOPS? Anyone remembers this one? I have already explained. What is IOPS? Yes, guys, if you keep forgetting the basics, it will be very difficult then. I understand
Input
ingress and
output,
outgress is a new term. What is IOPS? Sorry, someone was answering. Fauziya.
input output operations person.
Correct. Same thing here. Input, output. बस उसको एक different नाम दिया है. That's it. Right? Okay. So 60 Mbps का आपको speed मिलेगा इसके ऊपर, which is more than enough. You don't even have to worry about it. Maximum capacity इसका है 5 TB. इसका जो है मैक्सिमम कैपेसिटी 5 TB. अर्लियर वी यूज्ड टू हैव ऑप्शन कि मैं इसको 10 GB का भी रख सकता था और 5 TB तक का भी. अब आई थिंक इन्होंने वो मिनिमाइज वाला ऑप्शन निकाल दिया है, सो आई कैन ओनली हैव इट टिल 5 TB. बट इट्स ओके. एम आई पेइंग इट कंप्लीट 5 TB? Am I paying for 5 TB, guys? What do you okay, I think I can still add the quota here. Yeah, I can add the quota instead of 5 TB. Maybe I'll just take 1 TB. But whatever I take, what do you understand? What was your understanding with this? If I'm taking 5 TB and I haven't filled that data yet, and I filled only 10 GB, how much am I paying for? For 5 TB or for 1 GB? ये जितना भी fill किया है मैंने. No. If you are using only 10 GB, you are paying only for 10 GB, guys. You have just told them that you're using 5 TB. आपने उसको use नहीं किया actual में अब तक. That is the benefit of cloud, right? You're not holding the resources. वो resource को आपने hold नहीं करके रखा. You have just said कि ठीक है, I'm gonna use 5 TB, but you're not using 5 TB now, so you're not paying for 5 TB. Clear? And in any case, यहाँ पर जितना भी जिस भी तरह का आप लोगे ना, 5 TB ले लो, 10 TB ले लो, जितना भी ले लो, you'll end up paying only for the storage, only for the place what you have used, data with what you have used. उतना ही बस आप pay करोगे. So even if I take it for 5 TB, that's completely fine. You're just paying for whatever you use. Clear है यहाँ तक?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
While creating the file 5 TB, what if my requirement is more than 5 TB? Then what? So while creating the storage account, if you let me quickly create another storage account. Guys, I do this so you get practice and you get to see this screen frequently. And this one I'm going to keep GRS because for now we'll be looking at the differences also. So let me give some name, GRS. ऐसे कुछ नाम देता हूँ ताकि आपको पता चले कि GRS वाला किस में ले रखा था हमने. Fine. Here it is. Where is it? Sorry, won't be able to take GRS for this practical at least. I'll explain it why. Let me go to LRS. Okay. Can you guys see this option? Enable large files. If I uncheck this, this is how it looks. While creating a file share, this is how it looks. 5 TB. Okay. Now I'm creating one storage account where I'll check large files. But if I check large file, I cannot use GRS with that. Remember this. The replication method, I hope you remember LRS GRS. If I'm using large file option, I cannot use GRS method. In fact, I can only use LRS, nothing more than that.
Not even ZRS.
It wasn't there, I'll have to check now. But it's a matter of 2 clicks. In fact, you can also check. While this being created, guys, one question I have: what if my storage accounts gets deleted? How can I restore it? ठीक है, storage account के हम blob का अंदर हम लोगों ने देख लिया that there is a soft delete. ठीक है, table में भी soft delete apply हो जाएगा. it is there in the recycle bin, it's completely fine. But what if someone deletes my storage account? ये storage account को ही किसी ने delete कर दिया. They had access and they deleted it. Here. How can I recover it? Okay, this has been created. Let's go here and check. I hope you guys are not getting confused, right? I'm shuffling two screens, talking about two different topics.
First, you need to back up the storage. You need to enable the backup for the storage. So if it, even if it gets deleted or corrupted, then you should have an option to restore it.
No, backup I do. That's on blob storage. My complete storage account has been deleted. See, backup होगा ना मेरे पास. That is a different thing. I'll go here. Container में जाता हूँ मैं देखूंगा कि कोई deleted item. If I go to container, see show deleted items. Here मुझको दिख जाएगा कि कोई deleted item है या नहीं है. Let's say if I delete this one. Now I'm not sure कि यहाँ पे मैंने soft delete enable कर रखा है या नहीं, but I'll still check. I'm deleting this. अगर इसमें soft delete enable होगा तो दिखेगा मुझको. Otherwise it's gone.
It
It's
was
gone. So
permanently deleted.
it was permanently deleted. But if there was an option, I would have seen that file here and we would have restored it from here. We'll see that also. वो भी हम करके देखेंगे. But my question is कि मेरा storage account delete कर दिया किसी ने. Completely storage account has gone.
There is a restore option next to the create button. Maybe that's the one.
Yes, that's the one. Yes. Here it is. Can you see?
Yes.
Perfect. Now that is
And
what I was looking for. That while creating, are you guys even keeping an eye कि ये option क्या है, ये क्यों है, इससे क्या होता है, right?
and maybe it was only written 14 days. So if it goes beyond 14 days, you won't
You
be
won't be
able to
able to.
restore, right?
Perfect. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go ahead here. This is the account which I created where I checked large files, and because of that, this one wasn't possible. What? GRS wasn't possible. Someone asked whether ZRS is possible or not. Let's quickly check that. And then I'll come back to this one. Okay, so LRS. Let's see if it allows GRS here. Okay, GRS it is not allowing. See why? Because large file share is enabled. Let's say if it allows ZRS. Changing the redundancy GRS. Fine. Still not allowing. Can you see? So when you
Yes.
click on a large file, the only redundancy option you have is
LRS.
LRS. So if your interviewer is asking that I have an storage account, but it doesn't allow me GRS or ZRS, and it's only stuck on LRS. What could be the reason?
They have enabled the large file
Large
sharing.
file, right? But why do we require that? Let's come to that now. Can you see, guys, the maximum capacity now?
100 TB.
And what was that? What was the maximum capacity where we didn't have large file?
5 TB.
5 TB. Yes, guys, what about others? Are you getting it? Sessions are not only for Murtaza. What about others? Getting it, not getting it, confusion? Do you want me to repeat? Any question, any comment, anything? Afsar, Amit, Ibrahim, Fauzia, Rishikesh, Faisal, Mansha, what about you guys? Are you guys getting it? Yes, no,
Yes.
maybe, guys.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead now. Let me show it to you. ये तो इसकी properties वगैरह. Why do we have it? Okay. Why do we have it? Why? How to use it? How to utilize it? Okay. So let's say that I have this file share. I've created a file share. Now, what are the methods to use file share? File share कैसे access कर सकता हूँ मैं? So one thing could be Storage Explorer. So do you think Storage Explorer से use ये होगा file share? Either that one or this one. It's same thing. Okay. Either I do it from here. I can log into this one or यहाँ पर. So if I go to file share, if I go to test, I can see these files, right? I can see these files, and I'm sure I can edit and upload, or I can do something about it. So which means कि file share आपका access हो रहा है किससे? आपके स्टोरेज एक्सप्लोरर से। क्लियर है गाइस यहाँ तक?
Yes, sir.
ओके see, I am able to upload something. So one thing, it is accessible from storage browser, which clearly means यहाँ से भी accessible होगा. I don't have to show it to you again. Next thing, let's see. If I go again to my file share without storage browser, okay. Am I able to access this? Yes. Can you see? I can upload a file. I can. Let me see if I can browse files. Can you guys see? I can browse file. I can upload it. I can delete it. Which means आपका file share कहाँ से access हो रहा है? Portal से भी access हो रहा है. So portal and your storage explorer. Clear है यहाँ तक? Yes, guys. Is it clear? Sorry if I'm
Yes, sir.
irritating you and asking you again and again, but understand these are very important topics और interview में बहुत कुछ आता है इससे. The moment storage topic gets started in your interview, these questions will be asked. Hence, I want to be sure that you guys are getting it. Okay, but this is not the way you will be accessing this. So this is not meant to access like this. Okay, that is just for maybe one or two error click or something. How exactly you will be accessing this, or what is the prime function of this, is this one. You click on connect and you then select your end user. Where is it? Is he on Linux? Select Linux. Show the script, copy the script, send it to them. They simply have to run the script and they will have it on your screen. Are they using Mac? Show script, copy the script, paste it on your terminal. If someone is using Mac, try that. If not, maybe next session I'll conduct on my Mac and I'll show it to you. Windows. Which letter do you want to assign it as? Let's say letter O. Show script, copy this script, send it to your client. Simple. You can also try it, but I'm not sure if it will work on your laptop because बहुत सारे इसमें ये होते हैं. So I will show it to you on a machine which I have here. Okay. So I don't have to do anything. I simply have to come here. I simply have to come here to my machine, open PowerShell as an administrator. Okay, and look at this. First, look at my PC. What do I have here? I have C drive, a temporary disk, another disk which is empty, and my Google Drive is synced here. Okay. Now I'm gonna run this script. This I got from my Azure administrator. I hit enter. It's done. It has been added successfully. Can you guys see it? I got a network location. Now if I double click on this, can you see this, guys? This is the same folder. And now I can edit it, delete it. I can do whatever I want. Let's say that I want to share, I want you guys to give me a copy of your resume. And I don't want my email to be flooded with a number of emails and later on I'm not able to find something. Don't send it on my WhatsApp. Okay. I can use it something like this. I'll create a share folder in Azure. I'll share this with you. You guys go ahead, just copy this. It will be appearing as a local drive for you, and you can dump your resumes here, and then I can dump questions here, and we can use, all of us can use it as a shared drive. So this is the logic behind it. This is how it works. You want to share some data with your client, or you are a client, you want to share some data with your vendor, but you don't want to give access to them to your storage account, or you want to pick some data from them. Background verification form. Okay, you are the vendor, I'm the client, you're the vendor. You are onboarding 13 people. I'll be paying for those 13 people, but before that I want background verification report on all of them before even they touch to my data. How are you going to send it? I don't want it on email, nowhere. This is how I can share it. You have this folder, save all of them there. So my HR people, they will also have access to this. My legal team, they will have access to this. I will have access to this, and all of us can work here. Here we can create separate folders, or folder wise bhi aap logo ko access dena hai. We can do it. To answer your question, Murtaza, this is how you can do it. Right, I'll create one. I'll sorry for the spelling mistake, guys. The keyboard, it's not
Yeah, it's okay.
okay. something like this. And now you can give access on this folder level also. This has nothing to do with Azure. Folder level का access जो है वो एक अलग चीज है. बट Azure से आपने वो दे दिया, उसके बाद फोल्डर लेवल का एक्सेस दो और हर कोई अपने अपने फोल्डर में काम कर सकता है. एंड मैनेजर में भी ही हैज एक्सेस ऑन ऑल ऑफ इट. So is it clear, guys? All of you understood?
Yes, Sohail bhai.
Session is about to finish. See you in 5 minutes
Yes.
at 14:45. Same link.